My name's Tom Carneiro. I'm Customer Advocacy Manager at Diagnostic Estago for United States and Canada. Diagnostic Estago is a company based in Paris. That's the parent company. And we manufacture hemostasis coagulation instrumentation for large hospitals, reference laboratories, small community hospitals, etc. Recently, Estago had, at an executive level, an aha moment in getting some feedback from customers. And they decided, let's get a little more formal with the process. So we instilled a customer survey to get direct feedback from customers on the service end. What we're also doing is getting feedback on the end of how is the product, not only in pricing, but in performance. So it was important to kind of get a feedback there, and as a starting point. Something that they did recently, and I'm actually honored, is that they created the position of the Customer Advocacy Manager and gave this to me to develop. We had a little framework which I was given, and basically a lump of clay, and they said, have at it, Tom. Let's start developing this. Let's get customer involved. It's absolutely imperative to have some sort of customer survey process, customer experience, customer management in place. A business and taking it from experience, that we may feel we're doing everything right because our product was well designed, well developed, works well in the field and in the applications that are associated with it. But really, what does the customer feel about it? If you don't listen to the customer and hear what they're saying, you're not going to be making effective back-end changes. You know, what tweaks or things do we need to do the instrumentation, our applications on the system? So it's so imperative to do that. It's critical. Well, we take the feedback from the customer. We'll be reacting off of that. But what I'm looking at in the end is developing this machine, for lack of a better term, of bringing all of the inputs in. You know, the beginning to end process. The buzz phrase now is the journey, and creating this map of where it starts for the customer and where it, you know, not necessarily ends for the customer. What is the end point? Them actually utilizing the system and getting all those inputs in between, and bringing into account parts of the business that not necessarily people think are customer-centric. Finance, RAQA, IT. Are there any instances in those areas that may not directly impact the customer but can impact the customer? And start bringing them into the loop of you know, the customer experience, and holding them accountable for their actions and saying, if you do this, you can negatively affect this for the customer. I dove right into it. I didn't pick or choose. I said, I'm not going to be any type of bias towards our top 20% or a different segment or this GPO or this group. I took the whole customer base and started this framework of this matrix for these inputs, and had some really positive results, because I'm able to get the customer satisfaction level down to not just the account, but the individual instrument. It's the initial influx of positive comments. Hey, we appreciate what you're doing. We see it. Thank you. To have customers call you, not with an issue, but to say thank you, is a big step towards customer satisfaction. We're doing well in the ratings, but that's just icing on the cake. To have that type of honest feedback from a customer, not just call with a problem, but say thank you, really hits home. Well, we're fortunate to have won the North Face Award for 2 years in a row now. I want to keep that streak going for a long time. It's kind of a nice visual to let us know that you've made it. You've reached a peak of success. But you know, it doesn't stop there. You know, you have to keep that momentum. And even though you're ranking high, you know, to get to that next level of true best in class, that's what we're striving for.